Hi there. My name is Holly Haynes, and I am a business strategist who helps you build a full-time business on a part-time schedule. And I'm so excited to introduce you to our brand new live CEO Week series right here on the Crush the Rush podcast. So for those of you who are new, CEO Week is my framework for building a successful business while working just 8 hours a week, even with a full-time job. And we've had over 1,000 people already take my original CEO Week challenge, which you can learn more at hollymariehaynes.com/CEO Week. But for the next month, this entire podcast is dedicated to helping you design your dream schedule. So in each episode, I'm going to walk you through 3 key shifts that you can make to turn your dream into a reality, including focusing on what truly you can do to move the needle in your business and bring in more income, attract the right clients through channels that work for you and not just random social media blasts, and prioritize what matters most, whether or not it's work, family, personal time, or all of the above. So the goal is to create a long-term plan that supports your vision and keeps you from burning out so you have the energy to grow and scale your business the way that you've always dreamed. So I can't wait for you to dig in. We're going to talk about how to do it, what to do, all the shifts that you need to make, and provide you with a framework that you can implement right now. CEO Day is all about taking control of your business and what works for you. But I know change can be tough, which is why we created the Crush the Rush Club. It is a supportive community where you can implement CEO Week together. We'll share the struggles, the wins, and hold each other accountable. And right now, you can join the Crush the Rush Club at a special 50% discount. This is your chance to design your dream schedule and build a business that fits your life. So just head on over to hollymariehaynes.com/CEO Week and use the code CEO bonus to join us. Now is the perfect time to prioritize both your business goals and your family goals. And I can't wait for you to join us for this live series. Welcome back to this week's Pep Talk, specifically episode 3 of our live CEO Week series here on the Crush the Rush podcast. So this whole month, we're talking about how to take control of your business by designing a schedule that works for you. And over the past 2 episodes, we've been diving deep into the first 2 shifts that you need to do to take action to make your dream a reality. So in episode 1, we tackled the challenge of finding your focus and learning the power of a CEO day, which is not getting a massage, although we said that was fun, but it's actually dedicated time for strategic planning. And then in episode 2, we busted the myth that social media is your only business strategy, which you hear me talk about a lot. But what we did is we flipped the model and talked about the importance of having data-driven content creation days and the magic of theme days. Because remember that not every week is the same in your business. And theme days allow you to have laser focus on very specific tasks, like creating killer content on your content day. If you want to take the entire CEO Week challenge, which over 3,000 students have gone through, it's totally free. You can go to hollymariehaynes.com/CEO Week. But today we're going to talk about the final shift. Shift number 3, which is what you can do to truly make your dream schedule come to life. And that is more work does not equal more success. So we all have multiple priorities. And if you haven't heard this before, you're going to hear it again, is you don't have 24 hours a day to work on your business. We all know that, right? So when you uncover your true priorities, right? Like what are your true priorities? And this is not just business, right? And then you align them with a schedule that works. You see instant results. So you as a person are more than just a business owner. What are your true priorities? Like what would feel good to you when you think about your dream schedule? So it's time to get clear on the next steps. If you did not pay attention to the first 2, this is the finale, right? Like this is the finale, the tools that you ask for, as in, Holly, tell me just what to do. And the goal is that you're going to understand your strategic direction. So when it comes time to get down to business on your theme days, you're going to know exactly what the theme days are and exactly what to work on. As an example, We talked about the importance of content days as part of your themes, and we talked about the importance of having a CEO day. So maybe you have 2 content days and 1 CEO day. There's 7 days in the week. 1 day is planning. So we got a couple other days left that we need to fill in, right? Like, what other days can you create? As an example, I love my community day. Community day is where you can pitch podcasts, you can connect with other business owners, you can DM people and form relationships. But I only do it once a week, not every day, because as an introvert, this is the part that makes me nervous. And it still does to this day. I love doing it and I can see it move the needle in my business, but I don't want to wake up every morning and be like, oh man, I got to pitch like 5 more podcasts, or I need to answer 17 messages today, right? I just do it on 1 day a week. I get it done and I move on. And it like instantly relieves anxiety. Here's another example. If you're wanting to redo your website, create a website day for the month. If you're redoing a sales page, create a sales page day for the month. If you are redoing a funnel, like I've mentioned that we're redoing all of our funnels behind the scenes, create a funnel day for the month. So every Wednesday, as an example, spend 1 hour on creating the funnel or the funnel project that you want to do, or spend 1 hour updating your website. When you think of something that goes into that project that's not on Wednesday, put it on a list. And then when it gets to Wednesday, you work on it. And this instantly frees up the anxiety of, oh my gosh, my list is so long, I'm never going to get to it. Because we know that we have specific days to work on specific things. And when we're done, we can move on to other things that we love that most of the time are not business related, which is where the whole picture of having this, like, I don't want to say balance. I hate the word balance, but you're prioritizing what makes sense for you in the season that you're in. So your themes can change and evolve as your business does. So right now, my CEO week looks like the following. Monday is CEO day. This includes weekly finance meetings, reviewing statistics, prepping for the week. I do host our collective mastermind office hours there, but that's also because that's their CEO day. So we're mimicking how we want our schedule to work, and I'm holding them accountable. So that's pretty much every Monday. It's been like that for the last 4 years. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's more. It doesn't have to be the whole day. It just has to be dedicated time. Tuesday right now is content day. Content day is when our podcast comes out. So on Tuesday, I use our repurposing schedule and finalize the content for the week, which means confirming emails, scheduling posts, creating reels. And remember, none of this is from scratch because I use our podcast as a base. Right? And then on Wednesday is content day number 2. There's 2 content days, which I highly, highly recommend. And this is when I dig into our email strategy. And in episode 364, I chat about how this specific email strategy increased our revenue by 150%. So yes, I'm telling you, by saying 1 hour a week can be dedicated to content, and part of that should be dedicated to email. And then I'm giving you the formula to increase your revenue by using email. You should do it, right? Like I'm telling you, this works. If I have podcast interviews, I also do them on Wednesdays. So if you have flexibility, you can do 2 themes in 1 day, but I actually don't recommend more than 2. So again, Monday CEO day, Tuesday content day, more of like writing and planning. And then Wednesday content day is creating, posting, scheduling, and then digging into our email strategy. I can do that because our repurposing strategy is really robust. And it's easy for me to sort of put things on different platforms on different days. Thursday is our client call and team call day. So I try to have most of my calls all on 1 day. That way I'm like in mode, right? Like I'm not going from like writing posts or writing podcast episodes to like a 2-hour client session, because that uses different parts of my brain. And so I really have like dedicated time to clients. If you don't have clients, use that time to work on your client attraction strategy. Like you can make the themes work for you. Friday is CEO day again. This is a lot of times where I'm working on projects, right? So I mentioned like a website day or a funnel day. And this is also where I'm making sure that our team has what they need to work on our schedule. So quarterly planning, goals for the future. And so for me, it's really easy. Like I wake up on Monday and I'm like, great. It's CEO day. Like, I know exactly what I need to do. Tuesday, I know it's content day. I'm in the right mindset. Wednesday, I know I'm doing podcast interviews, so I'm dressed appropriately. Like, it can work for you and save you so much time. You eliminate the burnout. It's simple. It's not hard to follow. And as soon as you start layering in complex strategies, you're not going to follow it. And so the goal is to keep it super, super, super simple. I have had so many clients repeat the CEO Week Live framework over and over and over again because it keeps it simple. It's easy and it works. And so inside CEO Week, the number one question I get is, if my weekly schedule changes, what do I do? Or if my schedule is a little bit different and it's not predictable, what do I do? So if you're a nurse or a doctor or you work really long days, how do you structure it? Your themes and your working hours can change every single week. So what I do is I sit down on Sunday morning, which we just talked about a couple of episodes ago, and I map out what are my theme days for the week and what are my working hours. As an example, if you work 3 days a week, let's say you're a nurse, you work 3 days a week, structure your business hours on the 2 days that you're off, right? So you can do 2 themes a day, structure your business hours on the days that you're off. If you're working like a 17-hour shift, do not try to write content on the same day. It's not going to work. You're going to be tired. It's not going to feel good. So remember that everyone's model is different and everyone's schedule is different. And that's the beauty of it. So I really want you to think about, what is your goal? What is your ultimate goal for your schedule? I'm telling you, if your schedule works for you, everything else works. What is the ultimate goal for your schedule? What are your business hours? When do you actually have time to work on your business? And then what are your theme days? What are your theme days to support what you actually want to get done? And then the answer is yes to this, but say out loud, yes, I can stick to this 8-hour a week schedule. It's 1 theme a day. It's so, so, so easy. And it's an hour a day, right? 1 hour a day, 1 theme a day. It's that easy. So yes, you can. I'm not even going to ask because I know you can. And if I'm being honest, this is where people get stuck because they're like, oh my gosh, like, how do I pick the themes? And what if I don't have an hour? Guess what? Your theme could be 15 minutes. The goal is that we're being consistent. Miss a day, it's fine. Miss 2 days, maybe you need to get back on track. So I kind of like talk about it like a workout plan, right? Like 1 day of skipping or 1 day of eating ice cream is not going to derail the whole plan, but multiple days will. So I really want you to think about, how can you be consistent with your themes and your business hours? Because soon as you start thinking that you don't have enough time, you won't, right? But I just gave you 8 hours a week is 416 hours a year. That can take you to the next level. That is a lot of freaking time. Imagine what you can do with 416 hours. So to get the full CEO Week training, you can go to hollymariehaynes.com/CEO Week. But I want to recapture what we have covered in the last 3 episodes. Number 1, working more hours is not going to grow your business faster. You need focused attention. And I taught you how to do that with our CEO Day framework. Number 2, complicated tools are not the secret sauce. What is being consistent, because consistency trumps talent every single time. Number 3, posting on social media is not a business plan. It can grow your business, but we need to be strategic about what we're doing and how we're doing it. And how we can do that is pick a theme for each day of the week of what you want to focus on and how you're going to do it. And number 4, and this is probably the most important, is following what everyone else does not equal success. It's your schedule. It's your business. Honor that. And if you follow this 8 hours a week, again, it's 416 hours. Like, that is a lot of time. And the community built inside our Crush the Rush Club and our accountability takes that 416 hours and it makes it become a priority. It is your job to make this a priority. Some weeks might be 10 hours. Some might be 6. Some you might be on vacation. But I promise you, the combination of the consistency of 8 hours a week, plus the strategy, right? Your CEO day, and then adding in the mentorship of our Crush the Rush Club is going to get you there faster. It's slowing down to speed up and then adding in the accountability. I went from 0 to 7 figures using this method, and I still use it every day to this date. So I want you to think about grinding every day is not going to get you there faster. I want you to really think about working from a place of inspiration and support imagine if today was your content day, you spend an hour doing it and then you're done. You have the rest of the day free. Like, how amazing does that feel? And then I want you to think about, what does your dream schedule look like? I know I've said it multiple times over the last couple of weeks, but like, write it down. What do you want it to look like? Do you only want to work 3 days a week? How do you make it happen? Move your podcast interviews to once a month. Move your client calls to 1 day a week. Create a retire plan now, right? There's so many things that you can do, and we use themes to drive it, and you use time blocking and the things that we've talked about over the last couple of weeks. It makes it so much easier. So I hope from the last couple episodes, you are reminded that strategy can be simple. You can control your schedule. You are in charge. Don't let someone take that away from you. Even if it's 1 hour a day, the 1 hour can turn into 2, and then the time freedom you're craving is going to be there. And then really think about what support you have in place to design your business, right? The accountability, the community, the strategy, the theme days. And so really think about the momentum that you can create by following this really basic CEO week framework. So what do you do after CEO week? I've been talking about it all month, but I can only teach so much in a week or 3 days or whatever time frame it is that you're listening to this podcast episode series. But our Crush the Rush Club community got a major makeover. And I believe to my core in making business strategy and accountability accessible at all stages of business. So we really want to focus on doing business differently, doing business in a way that matches your schedule, doing business in a way where you're not alone, and doing business in a way where you have the tools. Like, you're not searching and Googling for tools. That takes time. So when you have your theme days, you know exactly what to focus on. So right now you can join the Crush the Rush Club at a 50% discount. This is your chance, right? Like, this is your chance to finally design that dream schedule. I'm going to teach you all the things inside the CEO Week framework and how you can prioritize both business and life, because it gets to be both. So head on over to hollymariehaynes.com/club and use the code CEO bonus, because it's the perfect season to prioritize both your CEO goals and your family, right? So I want you to take the CEO Week framework, your CEO day, your theme days, your business hours. Share with me the progress that you have made this month, and I hope to see you inside our Crush the Rush community.